Hi guys, welcome to the Pig Daily. I'm nice and organized this morning and having lots of fun, which is why my introduction is me just giggling to myself. But anyway, let's dive straight into ICYFAR. So today we're going to be looking at weird harassment games, but before we look at those, let's announce the topic for next week. The topic is Wings of Liberty strategies. So I want you guys to send in replays doing your favorite 2010 builds. It could just be the really silly cheeses that you did back then. You guys can make some really dumb jokes with this one. You can go Broodlord Infester. You can do Immortal Sentry all-ins. Terran players can go one-base bio and just do stim rushes. And actually, I'm not sure what else Terrans would do. I guess Marine Tank was popular back in the day. You guys can maybe look through some old VODs and think of some really old school style stuff to do. One base, 1/1/1, like just tank Banshee Raven pushes and stuff. Whatever the hell you want, send me your replays of that. It should be fun. 2017 Wings of Liberty strategies. So I'm not going to say no new units. Like if someone accidentally builds a new unit because a game drags on and gets crazy and is entertaining as hell, that's okay. But generally, I want those Wings of Liberty strats hopping in those games. As always, the more exciting the game, the better. But anyway, guys, weird harassment, right? So I've got a replay open right now. But before we go into it, let's go into this story. I literally just got this replay from Ravi, aka Fear Dragon. You guys would know he runs Ladder Heroes NA, and he is here at Cheesadelphia, where all of the Protoss players have banded together. So check this out. We've got Canning here. I always forget people's faces because I just speak to them online, but I'm pretty sure this is Gemini. So this is Tesla, who's playing. That's Creature, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's Creature. That looks like Drenok, but I can't tell 100% if that's Drenok because he looks a bit different on that angle. Anyways, so he said, we just sent in the replay. They said, be prepared for the prank. It's just a prank show. Pig's prank pen. And then Wisecracks zoomed in on this beautiful expression in the background. I'm not sure who this is, but I probably know his alias and stuff. Like it's so weird. You kind of know everyone's alias, you know everyone's in-game name. You've played them 1,000 times on ladder, and you have no idea what their face looks like. Anyway, let's dive straight into game, guys, and let's look at the first one of these games, and let's see what sort of weird harassment Mr. E-Sloth King Tesla has in store for us. E-Sloth, the most amazing of of team names, actually. I don't know why, but that just gets me. He's also got the pylon with the sunnies on it as his Nexus like decal. Pretty badass. Over here on the other side, his Terran opponent, it is going to be from Team Confed, Shifu Mint. They just stole the DreamHack logo and put their name inside it. Ah, that's fantastic. I love the lack of shame, and I mean, obviously, if it's like not a pro team and it's just like a gaming clan, like I guess who cares? But it's always funny when there's like a pro team and they're like, yeah, we're so professional. Look at our logo that we clearly stole off a different organization. And just another day in esports. So Shifu Mint's going to be going for just a gas first into barracks, and Tesla checking for some proxy. Obviously, a little bit worried about proxy cyclones. It's all the rage right now. I don't know if you guys watched Neeb versus Uthermal yesterday in OSC, but Uthermal literally did proxy cyclone. Like, was it factory and starport proxied or barracks and factory? I think it was just factory and starport proxied. But basically, he just went proxy cyclones 3 games in a row. I don't think I caught the 4th game, but yeah, it was just ridiculous. He just kept on throwing the same build. And Neeb was actually down 1-2 at some point. He ended up bringing it back by playing like 1-base openings and playing really safe. But even then, the games were like dragging on for such a long time. There were like these Cyclone Liberator contains when Neeb was stuck on 1-base. It was so sick. Lots of cheese coming out, especially in the direction of Neeb lately, because Neeb's such a good greedy player. If you ever let him like get his economy up, he's in such a good spot. So anyway, this looks like a pretty standard build. Tesla's just doing some normal stuff right now. He's expanded. He's getting his second gas down. He's doing some of that. Oh, you can see the game timer. Sorry, guys. I thought I ticked that box. Hype has just been eliminated. Hype has been completely eliminated for all you guys who looked at the timer. It won't be on for the other games. We'll find out what happens soon. So anyway, it's going to be a Twilight Council opening from Tesla. Oh, okay. All right, guys. I mean, I know Nightmare does it as an all-in, but you're trying to do some weird harassment. You want to show off. You're hanging out with a bunch of other Protoss players at Cheesadelphia. I reckon King Tesla's going to show us some mad DT action. For sure. Blink DTs, please, 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 please. Please, please, please. Meanwhile, we've got Shifu Mint over here, just building Marines 2 at a time. This Reaper's dancing around, trying to avoid that Adept. And he's going to be adding on a Starport as well. Already building Widow Mines. Might be able to follow up with a Widow Mine drop. Oh, run, Reaper, run! Oh, man. She throws her Frisbee really far. Like, if you ever want the best ultimate Frisbee team, it's just a bunch of Adepts. Especially considering their glaives literally are just Frisbees with spikes on them. Well, I never realized Adepts actually have a giant shield. But that's a shield, isn't it? That's actually really cool. And she has a shield on her back as well. Huh. Adept's a funny unit. I never really looked at the Adept graphic that much. Oh, that Adept just got wrecked. Just got completely wrecked. We've got a robotics facility here and a DT shrine. Okay, so this is your pretty standard DT drop opening. Just one gate, second and third gate coming down a little bit delayed. Warp Prism being chrono boosted. So this is really cool because DTs they already pretty much have blink. And then you like using the Warp Prism pickup, and then you add blink as well, and it's like, oh shit. The problem is it takes 600 APM to micro, so you can't really macro very well at the same time. So I want to see how well Tesla does at this. We'll see how he goes. We've got the sneaky Widow Mine harass coming down here. Wants to deny the third base, I guess. Just wants to burrow there and kill the probe when it comes over. Shashadi says that's the glaive cannon? Are you serious? Oh shit. There's no more Adepts. I can't check. Uh-oh. Widow Mine Marine drop coming on in here. He's going to need to focus that pylon if he wants to hold this position. Here comes the first DT though. Tesla does get on top of that. Oh, nice. Pick up micro. The Warp Prism waits for the Widow Mine to fire. Picks it up at the very last second. And that is rejected for now. Tesla's going to warp in one more DT and head out across this map. No blink on the way just yet. Ooh, those Marines dropping into their death. Not having a good time. Where's that Mothership Core? It does only have a single overcharge left right now. And Shifu is trying to be really annoying right now. Single Stalker is going to warp in. Oh, that pylon, he's got to focus it down. It does end up going down. Another pylon does go down here. This Stalker, though, not able to out-DPS that medevac healing. These DTs, though, are heading out across this map. DT Blink is started. It's happening, boys. All right, we're going to see how well Tesla can micro those DTs. What? No, no. Instant rewind. They did warn me that it's just a prank replay. Oh my god. So they Tesla just lost a Warp Prism with 3 DTs in it. And is now going double Forge and Charge and 3 more gateways. So looks like he wants to hit maybe a big charge lot DT timing like what Nightmare did. Where you just run in with like Zealots and you charge onto them, your DTs blink on top of their units. And if your opponent's like slow to scan or they just don't have all their army together, you can just kill it so quickly because the DTs have insane damage. But right now Tesla's in a terrible position. He's finally clearing up the spot for that third Nexus to go down. But this Liberator's denying mining. His probes are having a tough time up here. His Stalkers trying to get around this Freedom Zone are finally going to focus down that Lib. But right now there's a pretty decent sized little force coming over there. It's going to be very hard to defend that third base. He's got charge almost finished. Those gateways are all down now. 1-1 hasn't quite started. If he can jump on this army though, remember these Marines don't have stim, then maybe he can salvage this, even though the unit's loss tab is looking so much better for Shifu right now. 3 DTs in there. 5 DTs! Oh, they're gonna blink forward! Are they gonna do it? They're gonna do it! They blink on top of the Marines and the tanks. And it looks like Tesla's just gonna roll this. Morphs an arc on mid-battle to save 2 of the DTs. Nice hold by Tesla. Those blink DTs, pretty good direct combat units, hey. 3 more DTs. Or is that a Zealot? Those are Zealots, actually. Man, I hate that skins show up in the production tab. That shit, I'm such like an old man. I just like want the graphic to always be the same. When it's different, I'm like, no, my brain malfunctions. Is this what it's like to be an old person where everything in the world just seems new and you just kind of get frustrated and angry all the time? I think so. Looking forward to it. I'll have justified reasons for being mad all the time. Of course, no observer on the way. This Widow Mine's going to kill another 3 or 4 probes, I think. Does get 2. Finally gets shut down. And here comes another 6 Marine drop. But little does he know that right now 1-1 is starting. But King Tesla's not even going to wait for it to finish. He's just going across the map. He's got 5 DTs, a pack of charge lots. The overcharge is zoning out that drop for the moment. He's got a DT there that's going to deal that. He blinks over the bunker and just jumps on top of it. Where are Shifu's units? He's only got a few Marines and Marauders on top of his ramp. Oh no, he's got a Viking over there. He's got a 3rd CC up. He's been quite greedy behind all of this. Just doesn't have that much stuff. Oh no, the DTs are tearing their way through. I'm dying right now. What am I watching? The DTs just blink on top of the Marine Marauder. And Tesla makes it happen with the DT blink. Oh my god. That was terrible harassment. That was such a fail. High five to King Tesla and all the Protoss players down at Cheesadelphia for sending in that replay. We need more high-level games like that. That was pretty perfect. I really want to play that Blink DT timing now with charge lots. It actually just seems so ridiculous. It's like, hey Protoss, you complain that Stalkers and Zealots aren't strong enough core units, and just use Dark Templar and blink on top of their army. It's like, yeah, okay. We can do that, I guess. Alright. Alright guys, let's dive into the next game. Game number 2 of our weird harassment ICYFAR. Spawning down here on the bottom left-hand side. Some would say he's a little bit weird, but he's just a bit mystical. It is Mystic. That was a terrible introduction. Look at this, he has a trophy. He's won a tournament. That's pretty cool. That's actually a really cool looking trophy. And spawning up here in the top right-hand side, our blue Protoss player, it is Shallow. With the cute little Marine there. With its red cheeks and tears and shit. Anime Marine. So it looks like it's going to be a PVT. Not sure who submitted this replay. Mystic does sound like the more familiar name, so I think it might be our Terran friend over here. He's going for a barracks gas opening. It's going to be Daybreak again. I feel like we had this map pool for like a month and a half or something. Was it 2 months? And then basically everyone's already so bored of this map. I vetoed this map in every series I played at OSC over the weekend. I was like, to be fair, the main reason for that is because my mechanics aren't good enough to play proper macro games at the moment, and this is like you're gonna get to 3 bases usually on Daybreak. It's a pretty defensive kind of map. But Mystic comes in now. He sees 2 gateways and a core and goes, what? So should really be thinking about preparing for any potential, pylon rush, like double stalker, double adept pylon rush, or some crazy weird shit like that. Shallow, gonna be getting a lot of gas very early as well. 3 guys on each gas already, which means he could drop a very early Stargate. So this could just be like Oracle plus gateway units, 1 base all in, or like very delayed Nexus. Curious to see what happens. Mystic gonna be ballsy and just take the CC on the low ground. I don't think I would try that, but actually, that's what I do every single game, but then I regret it like half the time. So anyway, Mystic's got balls. Mystic's going to go for the second barracks to the reactor. Yeah, nice solid opening. You can defend anything with this. The Reaper's going to come out to that watchtower for now. Keep an eye out. But interestingly, a robotics is already down here for Shallow and making 2 sentries. Are we going to see... Oh, you know what would be so sick? Would be like something we haven't seen in forever that people used to use in Wings of Liberty is they drop sentries in like the mineral line, and then they just like force field the minerals and pick up and go away. And the SCVs were like, oh, we just can't mine for like 15 seconds or however long a force field lasts. So I wonder if we're going to see something weird like that. It looks like a forge is already on the way, so you're going to be getting some follow-up upgrades. It does seem like just a sentry drop right now. 2 sentries are down, a third one on the way. That Warp Prism's on the way. Shallow here, going to be going with the sick 1-base sentry drop. Going to be getting the weirdness to happen. Meanwhile, Mystic here is building these units and also building a very far front wall. That's really cute. Of course, the Protoss can always rotate around the left-hand side, so I haven't really seen this wall off ever, but it will keep Mystic well prepared for the later stages of the game. And now with 3 Marines building at a time, a starport will be going down soon. Mystic is looking to be in a pretty good position. Just, oh, there's a probe in this Warp Prism, guys. There is a probe in this Warp Prism. I shit you not. We are going to see something amazing here. I think this may have been one of the things which I actually suggested when I was announcing this this topic, because I was like, what is the weirdest way you can harass someone? And one of the weirdest ways is something we were talking about in chat just before the show started, and it is exactly this. Photon cannons using the power field of that Warp Prism. Mass sentry to buy time for the cannons to finish. So, oh, and he's building a pylon as well, of course, so the Warp Prism can move. And then the pylon will power those. And, oh man, the Marines and SCVs are coming up, but, oh, great force fields. Cutting off a lot of the units. Oh, a few Marines do get through, actually. These sentries are taking a lot of damage. Pick up. Oh, good force fields, though. Locks out the vast majority of Terran units, and now there's cannons inside your main base. There's still 5 sentries alive here. These Marines trying desperately to come forward. There's 3 photon cannons here. A Guardian Shield would actually be great right now. But Force Field's going to be just as good. These Marines don't have stim yet, and they're all just funneling into their death. Shallow, making it work with the sick plays. The Widow Mine's going to come into their death. Mystic says, I've never seen this before. GG. That's so cute. Amazing gaming, boys. Amazing gaming. Of course, that was like, you could term that harassment. It was technically probably, I guess you'd call that like a 1-base all in, but we'll pretend it's harassment. That's the thing, guys. If you do something that just ridiculous, it's pretty much always going to get into the daily. Yeah, maybe not always. I mean, you got to like make some vague attempt at like following the thing. Normally, if you follow the actual challenge, that is the best way to get into the daily, though. I shouldn't encourage people to not follow the challenge too much. So anyway, guys, let's dive into game number 3. We may have a special game number 4. Well, not special.